Hamster, check out the new Smash Bros. For 3DS!
It looks terrible.
Oh, forget the visuals, it's portable!
Why would I want to break my analog over a game I'd rather play on console anyway?
Then you'd definitely prefer the other new Smash game for Wii U.
Wait, there's 2 new games?
Yeah, and technically they're different. Marginally.
And for the Wii U? Yeah, screw that marketing disaster. I'd much rather invest in the next real Nintendo console and play all the superior ports of that thing's library instead.
Yeah, same. All in favor of skipping these two to play better video games now?
Yeah, screw future me who might have to review those later.
As if that'll ever happen.
What do you mean I gotta buy both versions just to get Mewtwo?
I can't believe they actually thought flicking this little analog for smash attacks was a good idea.
If the whole point of Smash is about the new fighters, then why are the only cool ones in the DLC?
I can't even sprint!
Oh boy, do I have some opinions about this one. These one.
Yeah, so Nintendo knew their Wii U sucked donkey balls, so they requested the new Smash release on both Wii U and 3DS to try and drive up sales and attention for the poor thing.
In the end, it only added to Wii U frustration and confusion further by muddying the waters as to whether this was actually a home console or an add-on to the Wii itself.
And yes, these games are different, so we're gonna focus on just those differences and features since you probably already know the Smash song and dance by now.
The rosters, however, are the same, even though 3DS limitations resulted in them cutting the Ice Climbers, and I will never forgive them.
Both games also have your expected staples as well, like Classic and All-Star modes, home run contests, multi-man smash, and hordes of trophies to collect. However, with some marginal differences scattered throughout.
But get this, since each version had unique stages, there was no crossplay between 3DS and Wii U. Instead, Nintendo expected players to customize the stats and movesets of characters and record this information to their new amiibo figures to transfer their fighters' custom data to another game so you could bypass this boneheaded lack of crossplay.
That's right. Amiibos exist because Nintendo couldn't figure out crossplay between two of their own current gen consoles.
I'll be honest, customizing a fighter's moveset sounds cool at first, but it quickly becomes tedious and takes a tremendous amount of the fun out of the game over time. That's why from then on, Smash Amiibos were purely used for recording stat changes of leveled up AI fighters instead.
Anywho's, there was one glaring omission from the game that devastated fans. The lack of any adventure mode or anything even remotely resembling the Subspace Emissary in any capacity in either version.
On the 3DS, you instead got Smash Run, a multiplayer event where you and a few other suckers tricked into wasting their time would hit things in a large environment with various Subspace Emissary themed enemies from across Nintendo's history to collect some stat buffs. And once the timer runs out, you all play a normal game of Smash with those buffs you acquired before all realizing that you could have just played several actual rounds of unaltered Smash and had more fun.
On the Wii U, however, we got Smash Tour, an atrocious randomized board game where players moved around a Mario Party style board collecting fighters and stat buffs until eventually everyone gives up and plays something fun. I've honestly never seen a single Smash Tour game end properly and unironically without everyone giving up halfway through.
Yeah, other than that, the 3DS had Street Pass gimmicks and that's about it.
Yeah, and the Wii U also got event matches.
Wait, what? That's exclusive?
Special Smash.
The freaking customization options are exclusive?
Tournament mode.
What?
Stage builder.
Oh my god!
Masterpieces, letting you demo some original Nintendo classics to experience the character's origins, like in Brawl.
Ugh.
The new Special Orders mode.
I don't even care what that is anymore.
Oh, and you can play with up to 8 players at once.
Ah, finally a useless feature.
What do you mean? That's pretty cool.
As if you'll ever get all 8 people in the world who bought a Wii U to play Smash at the same time.
Well, you got me there. These HD graphics are looking clean!
Whereas the 3DS looks like compressed footage from unregistered Hypercam 2.
But hey, there's all those new characters!
Oh lord, this roster. Here's how I feel about all of them.
Newcomers. I thought Smash was all about that playground who would win in a fight argument, not, hey, I like this game, can I be in your guys' game too?
Ugh, just disappointing.
Yes, now that's what I like to see. Popular characters with viable fighting movesets that everybody stopped caring about decades ago. Now this is when I checked out. Not only is there an enormous surplus of cool potential for characters in Nintendo's library, this dumb joke barely justified an assist trophy, much less an entire character slot, especially considering there are still cut characters in this game. I love Galaxy and all, but this character's inclusion just hit me with a big Why? The only assist trophy to make full playable status. Bummer he's so bad he was better off sticking to the Brooklyn ring. Sakurai got incredibly lucky guessing that Greninja would be the fan favorite starter evolution for Smash. However, I still hate that we're getting obligatory Pokemon each game and not even ones that define the generations in any way. Considering I had only played the original and ignored Uprising at the time, this inclusion struck me as utterly pointless, adding a pole dancing goddess for all the horny fan artists. Yes, Mrs. Pac-Man was one of my favorite arcade games. Wait, what do you mean Namco doesn't have the rights to a bow? I played Awakening, and even I could hear the enormous fan outcry for Chrom in Smash, and not this dork. For once, I agreed with the Fire Emblem community. Robin shouldn't be here. When this game was announced, I wanted 3 characters more than anyone else. Ridley, Travis Touchdown, and Shulk. And somehow, the least likely of those 3 was the one who made the cut. Bummer I utterly suck as Shulk in game. Proof there were better Mario reps to add than Rosalina, and yet here they both are anyway. The Koopaling costumes are a nice touch though. Okay, let's be real here. Lucina isn't a color swap of Marth. Why? I could say the same for Dark Pit, but he literally is a color palette swap for Pit. And get this, Dark Pit has a Pit color swap too. Kim and I enjoyed many Dark Pit versus Pit Dark Pit fights. It was so unbelievably confusing and dumb. I hate this character. When you feel the need to beat up your friends and family, now you can without any consequences. Their costumes also make a really creative way to cheaply include dozens of other cooler characters of the game, considering the main roster kinda sucks this time. I was so furious when I heard that the Duck Hunt dog was a Smash character. I loved the NES Zapper game, don't get me wrong, but it was because of how dumb and backwards that was, being the dog, that I hated the idea. Then I realized you're playing as the Zapper Gun, aiming at the dog with attacks that reference the other Zapper Gun games, and I pulled a 180 and suddenly love this little pooch. I can't believe this is even a segment. Split characters! A much needed split. Now you don't have to use a freaking Final Smash just to play as Zero Suit. Though the stupid light up heels are tacky, she sure as heck is a lot more competent in fighting with them, so I'll give it a pass. Zelda and Sheik also got the split treatment, though it was likely just due to the 3DS being as computationally powerful as a waffle iron. Their new down specials are both kinda weird and underwhelming. Pokemon Trainer also got, wait, where's Squirtle and Ivysaur? Oh come on, that was what made the character so cool! If you can't swap Pokemon, you just destroyed the entire point of the character! And for what? We cut Squirtle and Ivysaur entirely? Speaking of which, omissions! I'm not surprised Snake's out, but it's still dishearteningly sad to see one of gaming's legends leave for no good reason other than the fact that he's basically owned by video games Mark Zuckerberg of out-of-touch companies. Hold the freaking phone, you uncultured twats! You're keeping freaking Falco and cutting Wolf? This bass-ackwards decision-making is baffling. How about we cut Bowser next game and keep Rosalina instead? One-hit wonder Pichu is still AWOL. Poor little mousy. Yeah, I'm also not surprised this Melee Rockstar is missing as well, but Dr. freaking Mario is back? Seriously, what the flibberty jibbity crack were they smoking? I will never forgive you for this! Well, this is new. DLC! Holding my favorite Melee edition hostage unless I bought both versions of this game was the final straw in making me skip this generation altogether. No joke. Good thing I didn't find out until after giving up on the game that they even went so far as to charge extra money for fans to buy back some of the cut characters from past games like Lucas and Roy, which I have to say was also an infuriating way to market this already lacking Smash entry. Luckily, the DLC wasn't complete crap, as Capcom dropped Ryu into the party, which I mean, we all should have seen coming with Mega Man and all, but hey, he's cool, especially with those faithful input commands. Oh my god, I remember when this happened. My friends and I at the time were frantically spending the next 30 minutes trying to debunk the announcement as if we were fully confident it was fake, but lo and behold, completely shattering logic, Cloud Strife was added to Smash Bros. This inclusion alone was so amazing it nearly justified the entire game in my eyes. And then we got more Fire Emblem and the world went back to normal. But the final announcement was another crazy bombshell that also served as the game's Melee Fox or Brawl's Meta Knight and being busted beyond all reason and fully justifying Travis Touchdown in my head for being in the game, who still isn't, by the way. Well, that was interesting. Watching these character announcements was like tumbling down a mountain for miles before suddenly landing perfectly in a nice, cozy hot tub. Has anyone ever told you your analogies are as confusing as an albino naked lobster hula dancing in the sky while juggling lemonade squeezed from an orangutan's furry nipple? Yes! No, I've never heard that. Nope, zilch. Though each game has some exclusive tracks, the Wii U soundtrack is much bigger and better. But as a whole, it totally boops. Did you mean bops? No, I'm pretty sure I read that correctly online, and they definitely said boobs.
What else has the internet taught you?
Oh, get this! Everyone's doing this weird thing now where they communicate emotions by expressing themselves through redundant punctuation, semicolon parentheses. Actually, it doesn't really seem to work when I say it out loud like that.
Well, doesn't that just boop capital X period lowercase x?
I don't think you used that correctly, colon open parentheses.
Minus tilde minus.
These games aren't bad, but they're the worst pair of Smash games purely due to each of their consoles holding each of them back.
Ultimate exists. Don't play these.
The DLC is arguably the best part of the games, and they'll soon be inaccessible once Nintendo shuts down its Wii U and 3DS servers.
Don't play these. Ultimate exists.
Let's do these one at a time, considering how these are different games and deserve different scores.
Boy, do they.
The positive gamer in me tried so hard to like Super Smash Bros. On 3DS, but couldn't get past the 3DS analog issues to rate it any higher than a wimpy 4 out of 10. I can't stress enough that not being able to dash and, well, smash is integral to a platform fighter, and doing so on this console can and will break your analog even with casual play. So just don't.
The critical gamer in me is equally troubled with Super Smash Bros. 3DS, but with a marginally better 5 out of 10.
The game is fine as software, but literally destroys its own hardware by playing it, resulting in countless ruined consoles and disappointed customers. The single game was Joy-Con drift before Joy-Con drift. And that's impressive at just how awful that is. But the positive gamer in me actually enjoyed Super Smash Bros. Wii U after giving it a fair chance, landing on a strong 8 out of 10. Though the roster was just meh, with a few exceptions, the gameplay itself was amazing for whoever bought a Wii U.
And the critical gamer in me sees the technical success in Super Smash Bros. Wii U outweighing its faults with a 7 out of 10. Outside of a few busted characters, the game plays very smoothly and with great graphics and music, making for a strong advancement from Brawl's composite output, though all of its cut content is sorely missed. But what do you think? Let us know how your positive and critical sides rate Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U in the comments below. But if you're still playing these two when Ultimate exists, now that game totally boobs, then you're just playing with yourself. Seriously, just don't play this on 3DS, like, it's a mess. If I didn't stress that enough. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more, and use the links in the description to nominate your own episode. And thank you to all of our Patreon members, Atomic Thomas, Arrow, Minya, Sid, and Crystal. Booyah!